Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Wake Up with Juice. I'm Juice. If you listen to episode 3, you know I basically opened up my entire soul on the mic. Episode 3 was deep. Like, I needed a snack and a nap out afterward. Deep. It was emotional, honest, and kind of like therapy, except cheaper and with way better lighting. And after all that, I woke up the next morning thinking, okay, so what do I do now? Do I just eat cereal like nothing happened? So today, episode 4 is about what happens after you tell your story, after you share the vulnerable stuff, after you say the things you've been carrying for years. Because the next morning, you still wake up, you still brush your teeth, you still try to find your socks, you still live your life. Episode 4 is about that life, the daily, the daily chaos, the routines, the rituals, the moments that make me laugh, and the moments that make me go, wow, I'm really out here doing this. Okay, the morning squeeze. Let's start with the truth. After episode 3, I needed a minute. Sharing your story is like recognizing your closet. You feel great afterwards, but during the process, you're like, why do I own 47 mismatched socks and a hoodie from 2014? So here's my so here's my honest check-in. I'm proud of myself. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm proud again, and I'm still hungry. But something small made me smile this week, and honestly, that's the real magic. It wasn't a big moment. It was probably something like someone holding the door, a good hair day, a snack hitting just right, or me remembering something without setting a reminder. Small joys matter, especially when you're running on vibes, caffeine, and pure determination. And if you're listening right now, I want you to think of your own small joy from this week. Hold on to it. Let it count. Okay, let me tell you something wild. Talking about my disability and my reach experience out loud actually changed how I see myself. Like, I had a moment where I thought, wow, I'm kind of impressive. Someone should give me a medal, or at least a cookie. Episode 3 reminded me that I've grown, I've learned, I've adapted, I survived things I didn't talk about for years. I'm stronger than I thought, and I'm still here doing the thing. It was like a personal plot twist, a character development moment, a main character energy moment. And episode 4 is about what happens when that main character wakes up the next day and still has to do laundry. Okay, the daily life behind the story, aka the reality show. People hear your story and think your life is dramatic 24/7. But the truth is, most of my life is extremely normal, like waking up, trying to find matching socks, forgetting what I walked into a room for, eating breakfast, going to class, wondering why time moves fast in the morning and slow in the afternoon, trying to remember if I already shampooed my hair. Episode 3 was the highlight reel. Episode 4 is the blooper reel. And honestly, bloopers are my favorite part. Because the real story isn't just the big moments, it's the everyday ones. The ones that don't make it into the script, the ones that make you laugh at yourself, the ones that remind you you're human. Okay, routines that keep me from falling apart. Let's talk routines. The things that keep my life from turning into a full-time circus. Here are a few reach. Here are a few routines Reach helped me build. Building tasks into steps. I don't panic, so I don't panic. Giving myself time to transition because my brain likes to take the scenic route. Asking for help without feeling like I'm bothering anyone. Celebrating small wins like I remembered my keys today. Using reminders because my brain is like a browser with 87 tabs open. These routines are basically my emotional support tools. Without them, I'd be wandering around campus like a confused NPC. And here's the thing, routines don't make life boring, they make life possible. They give me structure, they give me confidence, they give me a way to move through the world without feeling overwhelmed. Okay, a moment this week that connects back to episode 3. This week, something happened that reminded me of episode 3. Maybe someone said that they related to what I shared. Maybe I handled a challenge better than I would have last year. Or maybe I had a moment where I thought, wow, I'm actually doing okay. Look at me go. Whether it whatever it was, it made me smile. It made me realize that growth doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks quietly Sometimes it looks like quietly doing better than I used to. Sometimes it's like choosing kindness. Sometimes it looks like choosing rest. And sometimes it's like choosing yourself. And that's the kind of growth that sticks. Okay, the daily pour. Today's quote is: Once you know your story, you can decide how to live it. And now that I've told my story, I'm trying to live it with attention, with humor, with snacks, and a little bit of chaos. Because that's the juice way. And honestly, it's working for me. Okay, the weekly challenge fun edition. This week's challenge. I challenge you to add one tiny fun thing to your daily routine. It could be a song, a snack, a silly affirmation, a dance break, a moment where you hyped yourself up in the mirror, a victory lap after doing something small. Make your day 1% more fun. It counts. It matters. And it makes life lighter. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for laughing with me, reflecting with me, and continuing the journey we started in episode 3. Remember? Remember, your story matters, but so does your joy. Your growth matters, but so does your humor. Your life matters, even on the messy days. I'll see you next time. Same time, same juice. I hope you enjoyed today's episode.